From chicken rice to char chow, Singaporeans are spoilt for gastronomic choice. But one local restaurant chain has perfected the art of creating what people crave for. Today I'm meeting Eldwin Chua, who is the CEO of Paradise Group Holdings, and I'm going to ask him for his recipe for success. My name is Neil Moore, and this is Can and Think Big. Eldwin Chua, thank you so much for inviting us to the restaurant today.
You're most welcome.
This is the first place, the original, where you started.
Yes.
So when you first came here, what was your big idea?
This used to be a coffee shop
Right.
with about 10 individual stores. So the break came when this Zita store owner gave his store up, and he actually offered the store to me. So I was thinking, why not? I should start something on my own, right?
So when you started off in the Zita store,
Yes.
were you already picturing having 38 restaurants in Singapore and around the region?
No, definitely not. The big, so-called the big idea, the big ambitions came when I felt there is potential to it. My next move was actually my second restaurant, right? And also converting the Zita store into a full-fledged restaurant of what it is, like what you see today.
So Eldwin, you started Paradise when you were 25. What were the most difficult challenges you faced as a young entrepreneur?
Basically, I do marketing, going to the wet market. I remember I was in my motorcycle when I was doing my groceries and I was doing my buying, and I have to practically cook, practically serve, and eventually till the late night I have to do the washing all by myself.
Wow.
Why? Yeah, because anyhow when I started it was only a three-man operation. Me, assistant chefs, and auntie.
So 10 years later, how many people in the operation now?
Now we have more than 1,000 staff. Yeah.
That's amazing. You've gone from 3 people to 1,000 people. What was the point, the moment where you felt like you'd gone from small business to fully fledged enterprise?
How I realized when we became more like an enterprise is when business really grew, and I have a so-called corporate structure, putting in all the professional managers in place to actually help assisting running the business.
So that's a good point. So you went from you doing everything yourself,
Yeah.
a couple of people to help you out. Now you're 1,000. That requires structure. It requires process.
Correct.
How did you learn about that?
I was very fortunate. Along the way, I had many mentors. So what I can do is only to ask. So fortunately, working in the restaurant lines, I'm open up to meeting a lot of people. For me, I'm not shy in asking.
Okay, well I'm going to ask you now if we can go from here to your finest dining restaurant at Iron Orchard's Taste Paradise. Is that okay?
Yes, sure, let's go.
Eldwin, we just came from the original outlet, Seafood Paradise at Defu Lane, to this, your flagship store in Iron Orchard. Now, I know that opening was a bit of a gamble for you. Perhaps you can tell me a bit about that story.
Yeah, it was a huge gamble for me. It's a make it or break it restaurant for me. I practically exhausted my life savings.
So was financing the only obstacle you came across?
Oh no, the main obstacle is to convince the landlord to have us for this restaurant space in Iron Orchard, because you can only have one prestige Chinese restaurant in this shopping mall. So we have competitions from overseas player. We face competition from the local big players. I'm very clear that this is the restaurant that will build the future of the Paradise group of restaurants.
When you were pitching for this space, you were a new brand. You're still new-ish, but I think
Yes.
the Paradise brand is well established in Singapore.
Yes.
What does that brand stand for, and how do you communicate the values of that brand to your customers?
My first restaurant was actually a Paradise in it. I realized there's a legacy, right? And we want to build it into a perception whereby when you think of food, you think of Paradise.
Now, earlier on when we were talking, you were doing everything. Obviously now your role has changed. How has it changed?
As a CEO, I'm always searching for the true definition of leadership. So I've learned to be rational, I've learned to be mature, I have learned to be responsible for the people in my company. Well, I personally feel it's very important to look ahead, to have the vision, right, to share and to inspire, to motivate the staff. It's very important for me to build a sustainable business model.
It seems to me that more and more young people are choosing entrepreneurship as a career path. I think that's great news, great for Singapore, great for industry, great for Can and Think Big. But why would you recommend it as a career path?
I would definitely encourage entrepreneurship because you get to choose your own destiny. You will receive a great sense of fulfillment, the sense of satisfaction and the kind of achievement is nowhere you can get it other than you create your own. So I would strongly encourage entrepreneurship.
I think that's a great and positive note to leave this interview on. Next time we're going to talk more about how you maintain your business rather than how you build it, and we're going to do that at Paradise Dynasty, which is just down the road here at Iron Orchard.
Yes.
For now though, thank you very much indeed.
You're most welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.